After I did a match and reached out for feedback, 4 programs replied. Let's go over these replies and how you should be interpreting them. Hi, I'm Avery, and I successfully matched an ophthalmology residency after taking 2 gap years and going unmatched my first year. Here to share all the lessons I've learned throughout the process with you. For full disclosure, I received 8 interview invites last year and sent follow-up emails to 7 of them. The most common response you'll likely get is either no response or a generic response like this one. Although it's nice to read that the program didn't think you did anything wrong this past cycle, these are not the responses you're looking for, and just because they're neutral or positive doesn't mean that they'll interview you again next cycle. For me, 4 programs didn't reply, and 2 replied with something neutral or positive like this. Of the 2 that sent me neutral or positive feedback, neither of them sent me an interview the next cycle. Like I mentioned in my last video, this is the type of email you want to receive. Even though it hurts to receive negative feedback when you're in an emotionally vulnerable time, such as after going unmatched, this is the type of feedback that you can show growth from. I thank this program director for their feedback. I actively participated in this program's open house the following cycle, but did not end up receiving an interview invitation in the second cycle. This is the last piece of feedback I received where the PD mentioned a very specific concern that happened during my away rotation. At the time, this was extremely heartbreaking and shocking as I had no idea this was an issue or was even associated with me until match day. If I hadn't reached out for feedback, I would never have known about this issue. As emotionally difficult as it may be, this is a perfect opportunity for you to address the situation and share your perspective in a respectful way. In my case, I think this email exchange positively impacted this program's impression of me, and we continue to stay in contact throughout the cycle with intermittent email updates. Among all the programs I emailed for feedback, this was the only program that granted me a second interview. Also, if you reached out to programs but haven't received any responses, you could ask a well-connected mentor to reach out for you. My mentor actually suggested this to me as he said that not all programs may be honest or really tell the full truth to medical students, but they'd be more likely to be honest with a colleague. This can help you pinpoint areas for improvement if you're unable to get that feedback yourself. In summary, even though it's scary and uncomfortable, you need to seek out negative feedback. Although I initially thought that a program that gave negative feedback would be less inclined to give me an interview the second time around, you can see that in my case, the complete opposite was true. Understand that the programs that are giving you negative feedback are doing this for your benefit, not detriment.